What's up guys, RuppDat here, and welcome to my next Let's Play, which would happen to be Pokemon Yellow. And let's just go ahead and get started here. Don't need that continue option anymore, so let's just go to a new game. Let's get into this, shall we? Hello there! Welcome to the wonderful world of Pokemon. My name is Oak. People call me the Pokemon Professor. God, my Professor Oak is horrible. I'm sorry. But anyways, Oak goes on to explain this world is inhabited by creatures called Pokemon. Some people use them as pets, others use them for fights. Bet Peter would have a problem with that. Oh wait, there exists those stupid black and blue games they made. I'm sorry, Peter, but no, just no. So, here I am, the happy protagonist, dashing, aren't I? I'm gonna go ahead and enter my name here. Let's go ahead. This is Gen 1, so let's just not go bother with the lowercase. Let's just go all caps, because why not? I'm gonna go ahead and call myself Ruppy, because that is the name I would like to be known as outside of my username of RuppDat. Yes, that is my name. And of course, we need the rival, Blue. Well, actually, do I want to name him Blue? Oh, how do you forget the name of your own grandson? Do you have Alzheimer's or something? Let's see. Do I want to go ahead and call him Blue, or do I wanna... You know what? Since this game is based off the anime, let's just go ahead and call him Gary, because why not? I can't think of anything creative. Anyway, why am I doing Pokemon Yellow is the big question. Well, I've wanted to try my hand at Pokemon games and see how well I fare. And I figured the best place to start would be Gen 1. I specifically chose Yellow over Red and Blue. Playing my SNES. I haven't had one of those. Very nice. It's my first console. Anyway, so I go ahead and withdraw the potion from the PC. That's kind of standard fare. I decided to start with Yellow because, to be perfectly honest with you, Pokemon Yellow was the very first Pokemon game I ever owned. And the first Game Boy game I ever owned, for that matter. I got the special yellow Pikachu Game Boy that came with it. Mom, I'm afraid your parenting skills need some work, because if you rely on television to teach you how to raise a kid, trust me, you're gonna have problems. So, the wonderful world of Pokemon here. Figured I would start with, again, the game I grew up with, because this is the one I played first. This is the very first one I own, the one I'm most familiar with. Plus, I mean, why not start with Gen 1? As we wander around Pallet Town for a moment. I do want to make something clear really quick. No, I did not decide to do Pokemon as my next LP because of Twitch Plays Pokemon. Even though I am well aware of that phenomenon. I actually had Yellow planned as my next LP long before Twitch Plays Pokemon actually started. I think I actually, about like halfway through my Kingdom Hearts LP, I figured Yellow would probably be the one I want to do next. Anyway, let's go ahead and leave town and... Hey, wait, don't go out! Again, my Oak is horrible. It needs work. So, he tells the wild Pokemon lives in tall grass. Well, unlike in Red and Blue, in Yellow, we happen to get an example of this because a Pikachu pops out. Pika Pika. In case you couldn't tell by the border around it, I am playing this on the Game Boy Tower in Pokemon Stadium. I figured the little Pikachu border around it would be a nice touch. Thing is, I don't know how long I'm actually going to keep this, because to be perfectly honest with you, this thing has been a technical nightmare trying to set up. First, I needed to get a whole new N64 transfer pack, because the original one I had could not be read at all by any of my controllers. Then my new one I got, fresh from Amazon, brand new too, also wouldn't be read, so I went and got a brand new controller. And even then, this thing is still pretty temperamental every now and then. So, this is going to be really interesting to see how I'm actually going to be able to pull this off. And Gary, shut up. No one cares about your opinion. You are irrelevant to me. That Oak just held him to wait there. And yes, I see the Pokeball on the table. And it holds a Pokemon inside. And he's giving it to me. Yes, in Yellow, if you're not familiar with Yellow, it is basically the game that was released based directly off the anime. When I was a little kid, I did not know this because did not know there was an anime that even existed. But, yes, that's the whole purpose of it. So, there's no Charmander, Squirtle, or Bulbasaur, just this one Pokeball. Let's see what's inside, shall we? Hey, jackass! That was mine! You're really gonna give him fanfare for stealing my Pokemon? Wow, game, get your priorities straight. Whatever, that one's yours. I'm sure if I get a Pokemon, it'll be 10 times better than yours anyway, Gary. Ah, the Pokemon he just caught. Caught in the wild, not tame yet, but I get a Pikachu! How nice. Do I want to nickname the Pikachu? As a matter of fact, I would love to nickname the Pikachu. I decided to nickname my Pikachu Raijin, which, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But Raijin is a god in Japanese mythology for lightning, thunder, and storms. Seems appropriate, no? And of course, Gen 1, this is before genders were invented for Pokemon, apparently, aside from the Nidoran family. So, we'll just have to wait and see. I might actually transfer this team to Gen 2 at some point, just to see what the genders are, just to have a laugh, and what the... And of course, Jackass Gary wants to battle. This is before trainer titles too, so I'm just going to make up my own trainer title for him. Anyway, our very first trainer battle against Gary! And I'm going to introduce my version of the boss battles for this one, as you're going to see on the side of the screen. Of course, it would be just little battles on each Pokemon, done in a little old-school Gen 1 style. Now, in Yellow, which is the version I'm playing, he would start with a level 5 Eevee that just knows Tackle and Tail Whip. This is the Pokemon he chose. As far as the other games are concerned, his starter is either a Charmander, a Bulbasaur, or a Squirtle. That one, however, will depend entirely on what starter you picked, because he's always going to pick whichever one counters yours. If you choose Bulbasaur, he'll pick Charmander. If you chose Charmander, he'll pick Squirtle. And I could say the last one, but I think you guys get the picture. So, Pikachu. Gen 1, it's got higher attack than it does special. There is no special attack and special defense. This is before those stats split, so it's just got pure special. And it starts off knowing Thunder Shock and Growl. It's at level 5. Kind of sad that it's got higher attack than special attack, and the item that would double its special attack, the Light Ball, does not exist in Gen 1 because, oh hey, there is no such thing as Held-Ons in Gen 1. It was a simpler time. But simpler times were still good. Now, as you can see, unlike Red and Blue, there is a very good chance you might lose this fight because... Oh, never mind. I paralyzed the Eevee. I was gonna say because that Eevee's got fairly good, decent attack, and it's got Stab on Tackle, so... If you have not played Pokemon for whatever reason, if not, I truly feel sorry for you. Unless it's not your cup of tea, then fair enough. Stab stands for same type attack bonus, meaning, for example, my Pikachu, an electric type, using Thunder Shock, an electric move, it gets a power boost on the move because, yeah, they're the same type. And Raijin's gonna go to level 6, and... not bad. Of course, Pikachu's greatest asset is gonna be its speed, so... And it learns Tail Whip, which... not entirely pleased with, but oh well. And Gary's complaining that he picked the wrong Pokemon. There was only one Pokemon there to pick. It's not my fault my Pikachu's badass. So he's gonna go fight with his Pokemon, toughen it up. Really telling your own grandpa to smile you later? I don't think so. What the? Oh hey, would you look at that? Apparently Pikachu dislikes Pokeballs. How convenient. Just like Ash in the anime. This is something that only got introduced in Gen 1, specifically for Pokemon Yellow, and you wouldn't see it again until, I believe it was Heart Gold and Soul Silver that reintroduced it. Basically, you have a traveling companion following around you. In this case, it's only your Pikachu. And you can get a general idea on what its mood is just by talking with it. Though the friendship values in this game are kind of well hidden, as far as this thing's concerned. Though the friendship value only really affects Pikachu and Yellow and nothing else. So let's get to exploring. Or maybe not. So first route of the game, we have Rattata and Pidgey, I believe, are the only two Pokemon here. Rattata, just a normal type, it's a rat. It can be a bit dangerous at some points in the game, as I know a certain other YouTuber who has done plenty of Pokemon LPs can attest to. But I don't plan on picking one up for my team as soon as I can catch Pokemon. Pidgey, well, we'll see. I mean, Pidgey's the average, Anyway, if you talk with this guy, Pidgey's the average bird Pokemon, by the way, just nothing too special about it, but Gen 1 was probably when it was the Pidgey Lounge at its best. Anyway, this guy tells us that he works at a Pokemon Mart in Viridian City, and he's gonna give us a free sample, which equals a potion. Which works for me. And they also carry Pokeballs for catching Pokemon. How nice. So as we trek upwards towards Viridian City, we're on the road to Viridian City. And of course, I get caught by a wild Pokemon. Another Rattata. Gen 1 was a much simpler time. I mean, there was no special attack, special defense, it was all combined to one attack, which was called special. Obviously there was no physical special split either, so... I guess I'll go ahead and put on screen now which moves are physical attacks and which ones are special attacks in this game. There's also no Steel or Ghost type. I mean, not Ghost, Steel or Dark types. There certainly wasn't Fairy types. Which definitely broke the competitive metagame to an extent in Gen 6. Yeah, I guess I should also throw out that I kind of dabble in competitive battling every now and then too, so... I might stick with some competitive strategies here, even though I have not played Gen 1 competitive. First building we got here is a Pokemon Center. We can go in, talk with Nurse Joy, have their Chansey with her. I don't think she had a Chansey with her in Red and Blue. I'm sure something will come up on screen if I'm wrong on that. But if your Pokemon gets hurt, you can heal it. Just standard issue stuff there. It's your healing point. Give us our Pikachu back. The PC over here, which I know the mob fears from Twitch Plays Pokemon. It's their mortal enemy. Someone's PC, you can go in there, withdraw and deposit Pokemon if you don't have space in your party, because you can only hold 6 Pokemon at a time. Your PC, you can deposit items in there and withdraw them as well, if you see fit. Menu's kind of self-explanatory. We have Pokemon, which I only have one, that is the Pikachu. Can't even tell what it's, I think this might have been even before the advent of, Nature's, too, because... Yeah. Items, we're gonna find all our items. My trainer card. Save, you can save your game. Which, I'm actually gonna do now while I'm thinking about it, in case I start running into problems. I don't care if I lose the older file. Because the last thing I need is this thing suddenly having a problem with me. Damn, transfer pack. And of course, options. I'm going to move the text speed to fast. Everything else is good. And that's pretty much it for the menu. Now, wandering around Viridian City a little more. We have the Pokemon Mart here. There is a... Huh. Can I not, Oh. Never mind, I was thinking of something else. Anyway, there's a Pokemon gym here, but I'll get into that much later. We have this old man laying here. He says we can't go through here, it's private property. Darn old man. She says he hasn't had his coffee yet. I believe in the original Japanese, red, blue, and green versions, they actually included that he was drunk, if I recall correctly, which is kind of funny. That makes more sense than just him laying in the middle of the road for no reason, because he hasn't had his coffee yet. Anyway, we entered the Pokemon Mart, and this guy asked if we came from Pallet Town, which we did. And before we can actually buy any items or anything, we have to go deliver Oak's stupid parcel to him. Yeah, Pikachu, I'm not happy about that either. Having to run Oak's errands for him. I thought we were a Pokemon trainer, not an errand boy. But anyway, just gonna head on back to Pallet Town. if I had the Dodrio Game Boy Tower, I could have sped this up easily without having to speed up the footage. But, for whatever reason, my Pokemon Stadium data got deleted recently. Don't ask me how the hell that happened, because I honestly don't know. But, Pidgey being a normal flying type, it's weak to Thunder Shock, so Raiju's just going to crush it. And our adventure continues. Our adventure to deliver Oak's goods. Oh, that sounded a little weird. Another Rattata, only level 2. Raijin, please Thunder Shock it into oblivion if you would. Thank you very much. To be perfectly honest, if people come across this video because of Twitch Plays Pokemon and the popularity that Pokemon is probably gaining from it, I would not be surprised. And hopefully you guys would, if you do happen to come here and were at some point part of the mob for Twitch Plays Pokemon, then I happily welcome you. And hopefully you enjoy this and the rest of my content as well. Anyway, let's give Oak his stupid package. Pikachu seems to like me a lot. Weird. I talked with it and it didn't seem to share the same feelings. I'm talented as a Pokemon trainer. Gee, thanks for seeing the talent in me. I saw right off the bat. Where have you been? So we give Oak his parcel. Custom Pokeball he ordered. What does he need a custom Pokeball for? So he's gonna have a request for us and... Will you ever just go away? And of course he's going to show off the fact that his Eevee has apparently grown stronger. But, anyway, on to Oak's little request. On my desk there is my invention, the Pokédex. It automatically records data on Pokémon you've seen or caught. It's a high-tech encyclopedia. Nope, I don't think my Professor Oak voice is going to get any better at all throughout this Let's Play. So I should probably just give up now while I'm ahead. So Oak's dream is to make a complete guide in all the Pokemon in the world. But he's too old, so he can't do it. So it's time to pawn his dream off on us to complete it for him. Apparently, Oak has some kind of fascination with living vicariously through 10-year-old boys. There's some nightmare fuel for you. Ugh. Anyway, our rival's just gonna strut off again. Because why the hell not? He says he's gonna ask for a town map for his sister, tell her not to give us one. Yeah. If we go see his sister... Yeah. Hey Gary's sister, how you doing? Anyway, she'll give us a town map regardless, forget what our rival says. So we can use the town map to find out where we are. And this is the Kanto region, which is where this game takes place. Much simpler time indeed. Look at all the simple graphics. But, it's still a fun game. And I think that's actually going to do it for this episode. We kickstarted the game off quite handily. We've got our first Pokemon here, Pikachu. Which still doesn't like me too much, apparently. We've gone and fetched Oak's package for him, and now we have the Pokédex. Which is quite empty for the moment, because, yeah... we don't have much in the way of Pokemon. So, that's gonna do it for the first episode. Thank you guys for watching. I've been RuppDat. And next time on Let's Play Pokemon Yellow, we are going to head off from Pallet Town once again, and officially begin our adventure. This time, we're not looking back. Unless Oak has some random parcel he needs delivered to him again, but I hope that will not be the case. Right, Viridian City Pokemart? Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Take care.